All right, step 2 in the money game plan, get insurance, write a will, and get your employer match. Welcome back. I'm Emily, your big sister in finance and founder of Soro, here to make personal finance clear, relatable, and actually useful. Today, I'll be guiding you through step 2 of the money game plan. We're tackling 3 often overlooked but absolutely essential financial moves: getting the right insurance, writing a basic will, and securing your employer's retirement match. These might not sound glamorous, but trust me, they're the foundation that protects your future and builds real wealth. So let's dive in. So let's start with, why did we group these together? Because there are 3 super important things that should be a constant under your financial journey and wealth building process. They're relatively easy to set up and can be the difference between financial success or financial crises. Yikes, I don't want that for you. So let's start with insurance, because if you're gonna protect your money, you need to protect yourself, your family, your loved ones first. Insurance is your financial airbag. You hope you never need it, but when life hits you out of nowhere, is what keeps you from total disaster. Whether it's a car accident, a flooded apartment, or a surprise trip to the ER, insurance isn't about being paranoid, it's about being prepared. It's not just protection for your stuff, it's peace of mind for your future. So let's start with the one most of us are most familiar with, car insurance. You're a great driver, but what about that guy who just ran a red light? One moment, one crash, and suddenly your bank account is wrecked alongside your car. If you drive a car, you need auto insurance, and hopefully you should already have this because it's pretty much the law. Make sure you're up to date with payments and you're covered for the big 3: liability, collision, and comprehensive. All right, home insurance and renter's insurance. If you own your home, check your home insurance. A common mistake is that people are underinsured as the value of their home goes up, so make sure you're covered. If you're renting, this is your reminder that you need renter's insurance. Imagine waking up to a text that your apartment is totally flooded while you were out of town. Your clothes, your laptop, your furniture, gone. And without renter's insurance, so is your shot at replacing any of it. Unfortunately, the landlord can't help you replace any of your stuff. That's on you. And then health insurance. It's not about doctor's visits. One unexpected ER trip, one bad accident, and without health insurance, you're not just healing, you're drowning in bills. Double check your health insurance. Maybe you're still on your parents' plan or starting to get your own for the first time, but make sure you know how it works, make sure you know what you're covered for, and check what your premiums and deductibles are. Medical bills are the #1 reason for bankruptcy in this country. So if you have health problems, that'll be the only thing you have to be worried about and not about how you're gonna pay for it. Okay, so life insurance. It's hard to think about, but if something happened to you tomorrow, would the people you love be financially okay? Would they be able to grieve without also worrying about rent or funeral costs? There's a lot to say here, but I'm gonna keep it short and sweet for this video. Rule of thumb, get term life insurance. If there is someone who relies on you for your income or services. So if you have kids, a spouse, or parents who need either your paycheck or your caring abilities, get term life insurance. Normally, it's going to be 10 to 12x your income for about 10 to 20 years, or until no one relies on you anymore. And if you don't have an income and provide caring instead, get at least $250,000 in coverage. If no one's relying on you, skip it. And for the love of Target and Starbucks and matcha lattes, just don't get whole life insurance. Just don't do it. All right, so an important thing to remember when it comes to insurance protects you from financial catastrophe, but you need to be able to cover any and all deductibles. This won't be your full emergency fund. We're gonna get into that in a later step, but making sure you have enough saved to be able to cover your deductibles is an important part about signing up for insurance, because that is the money that you're gonna be responsible to pay for. So think of it this way. Insurance is the parachute, but your deductible is the ripcord. If you can't pull it, the parachute doesn't help very much. All right, so let's move on to wills. This is another kind of safety net, and it's one most people don't think about until it's too late. I know it sounds really dramatic, but writing a basic will is something every adult over the age of 18 should do. Yes, if you're 22 and feel like you have nothing to leave behind, you need one. Everyone over 18 should have one. It's not just about your money. Your will can include your wishes about things like what to do with your pets or sentimental belongings or even your funeral preferences. It's about making life easier for the people you love during a really hard time. Without a will, your family could end up in court spending months and lots of money trying to figure out what to do. A simple will, even a free one from an online tool, can save them that stress. So give them that gift. All right, now switching gears to something that might feel a little bit less urgent, but is just as important for your future, is your employer's retirement match. An employer match. Okay, real talk. When I got my first job out of college, I was so focused on rent, groceries, and just figuring out how to be a functioning adult that I barely looked at the benefits package. Retirement, I mean, that's decades away. But I'll never forget what a coworker said. Wait, you're not contributing to your 401k? That's literally free money. I logged on that day, saw my employer would match 4%, and I nearly screamed. I had been leaving hundreds of dollars on the table every single month, which adds up to hundreds of thousands in decades. So let me save you from that mistake, because that match, it adds up fast. So let's talk about how to make sure you're getting all of it. It's one of my favorite financial hacks, your employer retirement match. If your job offers a 401k or 403b and they'll match your contributions, that's free money, like real legal free money. Let's say your job offers a 3% match. That means if you contribute 3% of your paycheck to retirement, your employer gives you another 3 on top of your salary. That's an instant 100% return on your investment. And it's not just about the free money, it's about the habit. You're paying your future self first, building stability, security, and freedom down the line. That's why we put it as step 2, because no matter your financial situation, even if you're paying off debt, saving for a trip, or living paycheck to paycheck, if your job offers a match, try your absolute best to get the full amount. You're not going to regret it. All right, so let's recap. Step number 2 in Soro's money game plan is about protecting the life you're building. Insurance guards you against disaster. A will gives your family peace of mind, and an employer match sets you up for the future. They're quick and easy to set up, and something you should be doing throughout the whole process of working towards financial freedom. So just take 15 minutes this weekend to check your insurance, draft a simple will, or talk to HR about your 401k match. Your future self will thank you and be way more financially prepared. And when you're ready, check out the next video in the Money Game Plan series. We're going to be breaking things down step by step so you always know what your next money move is. Check us out on TikTok, Instagram, and make sure to give us a like, a follow, a subscribe. We're so happy to have you here in the Soro community. I promise we're going to get you on the right path towards financial freedom. And download our Ultimate Money Guide on our website. It's packed with all the essentials plus a workbook to help you master your finances for real. All right, see you in the next one.